I've got your energy stories for the third week of July 2023. And in the first one, Germany's offshore wind lease bidding process yielded 12.6 billion euros, with BP and Total Energies paying for the opportunity to develop an estimated 7,700 megawatts across the Baltic and North Seas. Up in Canada, the province of Ontario will work with Ontario Power Generation to begin the planning and licensing work to add 3 more 300 megawatt GE Hitachi small modular nuclear reactors to the one already announced in January. The first project's preliminary schedule is to complete construction of the reactor by 2028, with commercial operations starting the next year. Volkswagen Group and its Elli brand subsidiary are the first auto company to trade on the German electricity market of Europe's largest power exchange. For its pilot, Elli is using a battery storage system with 28 battery systems and 34 e-up cell modules and a new digital electricity trading platform. This is step one of a plan to, quote, anchor the growing storage capacities of electric cars and batteries in the energy system, unquote. And future possibilities include integrating a growing EV fleet into the energy grid via vehicle-to-home and vehicle-to-grid and serve as a mobile power bank. Elli is already enabling drivers to charge EVs with low-cost renewable energy when it's available. Sticking with EVs, leading school bus maker Bluebird, which already has 20,000 propane, natural gas, and electric-powered buses in the market, just rolled out its latest e-school bus, the Vision. It's got 196 kilowatt-hour battery capacity, up 25% from today's version, and offers up to 130 miles on a charge, taking only 3 hours to fully recharge. For vehicle-to-grid fans like myself, Bluebird improved the warranty, allowing for double the amount of lifetime energy throughput at 360 megawatt hours, and commented, "This will benefit Bluebird customers who utilize the battery's revenue-generating vehicle-to-grid capabilities." In other news, DTE Electric filed a proposal to shutter its coal generation by 2032, 3 years ahead of its prior plan, while adding 3,800 megawatts of renewables by 2030, up 400 megawatts from its original targets. DTE plans to spend over $11 billion in the next decade and says it will reduce ratepayer costs by about $2.5 billion. Its plan still needs Michigan Public Service Commission approval. Meanwhile, ExxonMobil Corp agreed to buy Texas-based oil and gas producer Denbury Incorporated for $4.9 billion to beef up its energy transition business with Denbury's established carbon capture and sequestration network. Denbury owns a 1,300-mile CO2 pipeline in the U.S. spanning the Gulf Coast petrochemical industrial complex. It's estimated Exxon will pay $1.9 billion of that purchase price for the carbon capture infrastructure and $3 billion for Denbury's oil and gas business. And Maresco intends to develop 379 megawatts of battery projects co-located at California gas power plants owned by Middle River Power. Associated duration numbers were not provided, and the batteries will optimize gas plant efficiencies, cut emissions, and increase capacity to California's grid. In 2017, Southern California Edison pioneered this approach, co-locating batteries with gas plants, installing a 10-megawatt, 4.3 megawatt-hour system. In the first year, that project cut emissions by 60%, water use by 2 million gallons, and number of gas starts by 50%. This month, Maresco also announced a series of battery projects with Colorado Electric Cooperative United Power under a 20-year agreement specifying installation of 78.3 megawatts and 313 megawatt hours at 8 substation sites on the co-op's electric distribution system. Maresco said it expects the system will begin service in 2024. Most battery storage systems operate safely and reliably, but not always, and in late June, 2 separate systems totaling 8 megawatts and 34 megawatt hours, made by Powen Energy and installed and operated by Convergent, ignited in Warwick, New York. Both systems suffered damage initially caused by storm-related issues and were left to burn out on their own. Water doesn't do the job. And finally, San Diego Gas and Electric just started construction on the first of 8 microgrids intended to support police stations, fire stations, community centers, and also stabilize electricity supply for days during heat waves, wildfires, and other grid emergencies. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.